Example 2, finding the least common multiple, or the LCM. When you are talking about ones that do not have multiple terms, so this is a single term here and a single term here, you need to look at your LCM of your big numbers, so of the 2 and the 3. Least common multiple. So multiples are like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 3, 6, 9, 12. So what is the first number that they both have in common is 6. So 6 is the first number they have in common. Now when you're dealing with your exponents, you want the bigger exponent. Okay, so if we're looking at the x's, we have x to the 3 and x to the 5. Which one's bigger is x to the 5. So I'm going to write that x to the 5 right here. Then I'm looking at the y's, that's y4 and y3. The bigger one is y4. And then this is my least common multiple. B. Same thing. What do both 4 and 3 go into? The first number they go into is 12. So sometimes you're going to take that 2 times that 3 and that 4 times that 3, but it is not always that case. Just what number do they both go into? Now, your x's, we want the bigger x, so we've got 3 and 5, so we want the 5. And the y's, we have the 7 and the 4, we want the bigger one, which is this one. And this is our answer. Now when we've got multiple terms, it's a little bit different. You need to factor first. Factor both pieces. Factor both pieces. So if I factor this one, what makes up, because there's no number here, what makes up 4 is 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Which one adds to 3 is, so that's 1 and 4, 2 and 2, 4 minus 1, right? So x minus 1, x plus 4. Do the same thing over here. The only way to get 2 is 1 and 2, but we want a negative, so they're both negative. So x minus 1, x minus 2. Okay, so our first step is to factor. Then, what do they have in common? These two are exactly the same. That x minus 1 here, and the x minus 1. So we're going to write down our x minus 1. You only want one of them. Do not repeat it. Then you're going to write anything left over. So this was the same piece. Then we need our leftovers. I have not touched this x plus 4, so I need to write it down. And I have not touched this x minus 2, so I need to write it down. So this right here is my LCM of C. Let's try another one. Once again, I need to factor. This is one of my perfect ones, so that's where I take the square root of both and do 1 plus 1 minus. X minus 2 and x plus 2. This one, look at our 6. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Because they're both pluses, that means I need 2 pluses. So what two numbers will actually add together? 1 plus 6 is 7, 2 plus 3 is 5. So 2 and a 3. Okay, so your pieces that match are the plus 2's. So I need that x plus 2 because it's the matching one. And the 2 that are left over, the x minus 2 and the x plus 3. And this is your least common multiple. Try these two on your own.